can suck it. You can suck it. You can suck it. You can all suck it.
Wait. What do you mean you guys actually selected the good timeline where we win the cup? You actually wanted us to win the... Okay, you know what? I will take it. I won't disagree. We will go with the timeline where we are once again the Stanley Cup champions, having swept the Nashville Predators. Again, the player awards are the exact same, I'm quite sure, with the one exception being the Conn Smythe going to Johnny Gaudreau. But yeah, very, very surprising. But again, we earned it. We are Stanley Cup champions. And now, as we enter the draft, we do have a little bit of business to tend to. Obviously, we don't have our first-round pick. That went to Calgary for Sean Monahan. The question is, my inner struggle right now comes with what do we do? I am going to trade Sean Monahan back to Calgary. The question is, do I do it for just the picks we gave up to get him and Gaudreau, the first and the third? Do I trade him for the prospects we gave up to kind of make that fair? And then just, you know, that way the first and third will be there for, say, the Gaudreau signing. Do we send Vince Dunn back to St. Louis? Do we send Timashov back to Toronto? How much do we blow this team up right now in the interest of getting players that we were able to sign through free agency back to their proper teams? Of course, that debate, you know, it could go either way. It's like, do we, you know, trade for a first-round pick if the trade value is there? And then you could argue, oh, well, they should have had that first-round pick. Bottom line, it's a mess. I'm not sure how much I want to do, but at the very least, I am going to trade Sean Monahan back to Calgary. Let's see if I'm able to make that happen. So, guys, there you have it. I think I'm content with this. I could have cheesed it. Calgary has the #1 overall pick. They, of course, have our pick at 30th overall here in this draft since we won the Cup. But I think this is fair enough. We get the third-round picks. We get LeBerge and Matt Finn back, and they get their #1 center. I would have traded Monahan regardless because I think he's a little bit too good to be stuck on that second line. We are going to have to find a second-line center. But I think that's a fair enough return. They pay the stupid tax for allowing Monahan and Gaudreau to go. We, of course, for now, will keep Johnny Gaudreau. I say for now because I don't know what else is going to happen in this episode. But Pascal LeBerge and Matt Finn have returned, and we pick up an extra third-round pick. This trade is tough because I really do like Vince Dunn, and he should be a very solid defender. But we'll keep it realistic, we'll keep it fair, and we'll send Vince Dunn back to the team that drafted him that was stupid enough to let go of him. We get 2 second-round picks from the Blues over the next 2 years, and Wade Megan is just somebody that we can cut. But Vince Dunn is once again a Blue, and we get some draft picks that we wouldn't have had otherwise. The Columbus Blue Jackets will also pay the stupid tax, but they get another very good defenseman back. In return, they let go of Blake Siebenaler, and we'll be nice enough, we'll be kind enough to send him back. Again, we get 2 second-round picks over the next 2 years and a third-round pick. I don't know how you guys are going to react to this, whether or not you're going to think it's fair. Again, I'm not trying to grind out a shitload of first-round picks here. At the very least, it's tough because, you know, I could go out and sign as many of those free agents as possible, hold on to them, and just, you know, keep this team at that high level. At the very least, with these picks, we don't know who we're getting. But we know that Columbus is getting an NHL caliber defenseman back. Toronto pays the stupid tax in a very big way. We acquire a first-round pick as well as 2 seconds in this draft for Travis Dermott and Dmytro Timashov. Dermott's going to be a top 4 defenseman. Timashov's going to be a top 6 guy. Again, we don't know who we'll get with these picks. This is probably the most egregious example of one of these trades. We are getting a lot back for these 2 players. Let me know what you think, though. Again, it's a toss-up on how you guys are going to react to this. We don't know who we're getting, but we know who we gave up, and Toronto gets their players back. And that is going to help turn Toronto into a very good team. Sure, whoever they draft, as my controller disconnects, so give me 1 second. Whoever they draft, come on, controller, what are you doing to me here? Anyway, whoever they draft might have helped make them a really good team regardless. But now, for example, look at Toronto. Riley, Matthews, Nylander, Asplund, Bracco, Timashov, Marner. And then you have other guys, Kasperi Kapanen, Julian Gauthier. Like, they have a really, really good team now because of that. So, again, it's a toss-up. I can't wait to see how you guys react to it. But those two guys are, once again, Toronto Maple Leafs. The Arizona Coyotes paid the stupid tax for Jean-Pascal Laplante. We go a bit easy on them, going with mid-ranged draft picks as we send him back to the Coyotes. And our last example of a team paying the stupid tax. Now, we already traded Anthony Cirelli, who should have been on Tampa. We traded him to Detroit for their first-round pick, and Brendan Smith. So we can't do that. But Mitch Stevens, an elite potential prospect. We do end up getting a first-round pick from Tampa, as well as a lower pick. But we also bring in Dumont, who will be cut. Same thing as before, guys. I don't know what you'll think of this deal. I don't know how you'll react. But Stevens is back on the team he should be on. Now, before finally getting into the draft, here is where our draft pick total stands. Now, I have traded a ton of 6th and 1 5th-round pick away for picks next year. So, for example, I traded 2 6th for a 5th and a 7th next year from Anaheim and both Boston. But, yeah, we have a ton of draft picks in this draft. Right there, that Tampa pick is where it stops. So I am going to go through probably just the first round, and then we'll take a look and see what else happens. Just to keep this episode short, I don't want it going too long. So our first pick comes 13th overall, but quickly I want to show you guys just who so far has been picked. Nolan Patrick goes to the Calgary Flames, number 1 overall. Jake Paquette to the Blue Jackets. Let's see, we have an elite potential defenseman to Carolina. Joktan Chaney to the Vancouver Canucks. A couple of other elite potential guys. Stuart Skinner to Florida. And that brings us to our first pick. I have not taken a look at the list, so I have no idea who is going to be here in the second-year draft. But we will take a look. This is the only pick I'm going to be doing live. And then the rest I'll just kind of give you the quick recap. And then at the end of probably the first round, maybe the second, I will just show you guys the full list. So who do we have here? Jacob Lapierre, Derek Cunningham, Matthew Strome, Jan O'Coin, Jarrett Anderson Dolan, Maxime Comtois, I think, Cal Foote. Cal Foote's an interesting name. Nikita Popuaga, I can't pronounce that. I can't draft him. You know what? I'm going off of name alone here and the fact that we need a defenseman after some of the trades we made. We are going to take the son of Adam Foote. Cal Foote will be our first-round pick. He's medium top 4. And our next pick actually comes at 14th, so I'll have to make another one. But Cal Foote is a New York Islander, so kind of a fair trade. You know, we get rid of Dermott, and we bring in Cal Foote instead. Foote should be, a little bit behind in terms of his development. So that will certainly help out teams like Toronto, who we sent Travis Dermott to. God, let's see. Let's see here. We got the Russian. We got Hoffenmeyer. Jared Anderson Dolan's there. I know it's saying he's not very good. I don't know. Is Matthew Strome... Man, he's fucking 6'4". He's a monster. But I've drafted people for that reason before. God, what do we do? What do we do here? God, I don't know who to take. I don't know who to take, guys. What do we do? Nick Suzuki, Nikita Popuagev, I guess. 6'6", 206. My God, he's a fucking giant. Noel Hoffenmeyer, Michael Rasmussen, 6'6". You know what? I don't know who to pick. I don't. So, I'm going to have the game pick for me. Oh my God. Whoo, boy. Well, the game picked for me, all right, and they take Matthew Strome, who's elite potential. Jesus Christ. Oh, and for the record, Mitch Stevens, who we just traded back to Tampa, they've already put him on the trading block, so good job there, guys. The 31st overall pick is ours. I just wanted to show you guys, though, I really couldn't have gone wrong with the 14th pick. Obviously, I'm very happy with Matthew Strome, but you got the Russian there, top 6. LaPierre, top 6. Cunningham, top 6. Hoffenmeyer, top 6 defenseman, so a little bit rough. Suzuki was top 6. Rasmussen, top 6. Anderson Dolan, who I honestly probably would have taken, was top 9. A couple of other guys in here who we got to see. Some of them we didn't. A little bit of a rough pick there for San Jose. But yeah, very interesting first round. And because of the amount of picks we have in the second, this will be the last pick I do live, and then I'll give you guys the list. Unless there is a very, very surprising pick. But let's see who is available. We have guys listed in the first to second round range. Kaylor Yamamoto, Keanu's brother. We also have Cale Fleury and Danny Parsons. Some other names here. Hischier, who hopefully ends up actually... Did we take him in the second round? I don't know. Let's see here. A couple of other guys. Rafalski. I wonder. Clinton Rafalski. I doubt that is a real person. And then there's a goalie, Michael DiPietro, who we saw in the Vancouver series. The Islanders actually took. We need a goalie. We definitely need a goalie, but I have to go. I think I'm going to go with Kaylor Yamamoto. I mean, we could use the defenseman and Cale Fleury. We definitely could. God, who do we take? Who do we take? Yamamoto or Fleury? I think I've taken Fleury before. I think it might have been the Bruins series. Let's see. Who do we take? Who do we take? I'm going to take the defenseman. We need a defenseman after getting rid of Dunn and Dermott. And he's high 7th. Damn it. Let me guess. Yamamoto goes to Ottawa, and he's going to be really good. Nope, Parsons went. Show me Yamamoto. Low top 9. Okay, well, maybe Fleury will turn it around. Now, guys, this will actually be the last pick I show you. It's 39th overall here in the second round. I was going to take DiPietro. He went to the Avalanche. He was high starter, so that actually would have been a pretty damn good pick, and I really wish I had made it. But maybe we can solve our goaltending issues in free agency. Although that said, Grice did just win us a cup. Very obvious who we are going to take here with this next pick. There are a couple of decent names out there, but we have Gabriel Velarde, who, if I'm not mistaken, we have had before. He seems pretty promising. He ends up being low top 6, so that's not bad. But that'll definitely do it for the draft. Let's move on to the re-sign phase, though. Here is a look at the list of names you guys need to look out for as we move forward. So, guys, we're here at the start of the re-sign phase. I'm going to quickly show you some of the player potentials that we drafted, but I'm going to cut off the episode here. We'll take care of the rest of the off-season in the next episode. Again, I want to try and keep these episodes as condensed as possible. Overall, it was a pretty decent draft. Obviously, Strome is there. He's still very far away. He's only a 53 overall. We actually drafted Hischier, who we, of course, have in Nations United. He is a long way away. Safin, who was taken, I think, in the second round. Yeah, he was 44th overall. Top 6, he's a long way away. So, yes, we do get some very, very good prospects because of those trades, you know, sending Monahan back, Dermott, Timashov, and all those guys. But a lot of these prospects are a very far, far way away, including Cal Foote, who was taken 13th overall. He's only a 57. He's not going to be on our team for quite a while. Pascal Laberge, who, of course, was our very first draft pick, is a very, very long way away. You have some other guys here, some bottom 6s, quite a few 7th D potential guys, and unfortunately, some AHL potential players. But those could change before the start of the next season. We also took some goaltenders. We took Scott, who when did he go? Second round, 57th overall, backup potential, only a 56 overall. We took the Finnish defenseman Nico Viksten in the 5th round. He's a 71, and I'm sure you already saw who else we took. Adam Werner, the Swede, 73 overall in the 4th round. Backup potential. Who knows? Maybe he'll do for us what he did for the Columbus Blue Jackets in the Vancouver series. But again, guys, that is it for this episode. In the next video, we will finish up the offseason. Who knows what's to come through free agency in the next episode, and maybe we'll find our next goaltender. But for the moment, it will be Grice and Ranta. I'm not sure if I'll resign Berube. We will figure all of that out in the next episode. As always, though, I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button to help support the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. Boy, I am stumbling over everything, but I don't want to ramble. Again, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode when we finish the off-season and set up for Season 3. I hope I don't get murdered in the comments for these stupid tacks.